Hey everyone. So today I'm gonna show you some of my breakout drawings for this new simple landscape style that I've come across. They're really easy and they only take about a half hour to do, and they look gorgeous in the end, so here goes. A couple of weeks ago I came across this video by Designical, I don't think I'm pronouncing that name right, and I thought, I want to do something like that looks pretty cool. So then I did. This one was my first crack at it. I had this vision in my head that was kind of inspired by the story that I have. When I was a kid, there was this field across the street from my house. It was at the top of this huge hill, and it had all these tusky grasses and unexpected boulders. At the bottom of this hill, there was this marsh that my dad had taught my brother and I to catch frogs in when we were really little. In the winter, I would sled down it with my friends, and in hot summer evenings, I'd watch the sunset or go stargazing. It was sadly bought around 2012, and you weren't really allowed to go there anymore, but that didn't stop me. I'd sneak across the street around dusk, and I'd watch the stars come out. One time, I took my friends there the summer after high school. I got out the telescope that I got the Christmas before, and I showed them Jupiter and Saturn through it, which if you've never done before, it's super worth it. So, to end this kind of long story off, that field is where I became obsessed with the night sky and with space. In my entire senior year of high school, almost every single night I'd sneak across into the field and look at the sky. Usually, if it was winter, it would be below freezing temperatures, and I couldn't bring the telescope out because the lens would fog up. And on nights like that, I'd sit in the wind and the cold and the tree line, and I'd watch planes go by in the night sky. Those truly are some of the most awe-inspiring memories that I have, and definitely inspire some great art for me in this style. It was one of my favorite places to go growing up. Sadly, that field no longer exists. There's this housing complex that was built there now by the same guy who bought it back in 2012. So that place only exists in my memory. So that story went on for a little longer than it should have. Sorry I didn't really explain thoroughly my thought process behind this one, but there really wasn't one. I just drew what came to mind when I thought of those memories. You can tell me if you like this more storytelling type of structure better below, or if I should go back to just saying my thought process. So for these next two, they were actually commissions that I had gotten from this lady who wanted some artsy advertising pictures done. She had seen the first one that I did while she was out to breakfast with my mom, and she wanted a few made for herself. She wanted a fall-themed one and a winter-themed one. The first one I didn't record, and when I showed it to her, she liked it, but we ended up going in a completely different direction, working on a different concept entirely. So I had the fall background done, but I hadn't done the winter one yet, so I decided to record it and just do it for fun. See my concept come to fruition, as it will. Like to the last two, there was really no rhyme or reason to this one. I knew I wanted blue because it was supposed to be a wintry design. If you do these yourself, just go with whatever feels right. I focus on the colors and what emotions they give off, and just kind of let my wandering mind drive the rest. So I popped on some lo-fi tunes and I got to it. And so, there you go. All three landscape pieces. I'm really excited about these, and I'm just itching to do more of them in the future. I might make a few here and there if you guys like them, but I don't really have any concrete plans yet. So that pretty much sums it up for this week. So like always, if you have a suggestion for a piece that you'd want to see in the future, then leave it in the comments below. Also, if you have the time and interest, I have an Instagram and a TikTok and a DeviantArt where I archive a lot of this content. So feel free to go check out the galleries there. I'd be super happy if you want to do that. So with all that out of the way, if you like this video and you want to see more like it, then subscribe and turn on the bell to get notified when I upload next.